Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit and self-improvement.
Hey.
My name is Brett Scott.
I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers. Jesse Cole.
Yes. We're back.
Yeah. Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year to you, sir. Man.
What's up?
Man, it's okay. So let's just jump in, man. I think we probably both ditched that book, but
yeah.
I really like the first half of it. It's got some good stuff in it. I was gonna breeze through the top points of that because we kind of got away from that, but I don't want to just pretend it never happened.
Let's do that. Hold on.
Power of Habit.
I'm on the same train, by the way. I read like half the book, and I'll be 100% honest. I just got bored with it. I got bogged down.
It's like a 10-hour fucking book.
Yeah.
There's some cool shit though that I didn't really realize is like that about habit is that it's like there's like a nerve in your hypothalamus is like attached to like a pleasure sensor, like a panic sensor in your fucking body. Cause like this girl at my work, they like always get spooked. Like as a reaction, just like it's like you know, a little panic sheep. They like spaz and fall over.
Yes.
She's like that kind of, right? And I'm like, well, and everything kind of stop overreacting to her, like her coworkers, and it's like she can't help it. It's like I was like, no, I just read in this book. Like that's just her. She could change it, like if she was like mindful and cognizant of not doing that, but like that's the way her brain is programmed to react.
Right.
Probably because of some trauma or something. But
right. And the whole thing about the book is like you have to have a trigger and a reward to like change the habit and make a new habit.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all it would take. I mean, for her, I make it sound really simple, but you know, it's a big.
I would know where to start with that. It's like, yeah, girl, stop fucking jumping when. I don't know. She says like her daughter like always scares her. Like her stepdaughter's like her game is like to scare her. So it's like now it's like everything it makes me jump like startled. It's like I hate it. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
But
well,
anyway.
That's the thing, though. I guess like you'd have to recognize whatever it is you want to change, and then you have to figure out a proper reward for changing the behavior. It's not easy. Like I don't want to make it sound easy. Changing a habit is like one of the hardest things to do. That's another thing the book comes across like as saying is like once something becomes a habit, it's incredibly like it's ingrained in your brain.
Right.
To continue. So it's like the only way to change it is by just fucking digging out a new trench, you know, a new pathway. So it's not easy at all. But yeah, the book really like, it makes you realize how powerful that is. Like the habits that we develop.
Yeah. And the thing about that book, it's like, it does bog you down in details, but it's an end-all, beat-all book about habits. I'll say that. It's like, I want to talk about some habits. I talk about habits for 10 hours. Like, this dude, like, he really digs in. It is a good book. Like, it's not like a page turner, if you will. It's not compared to other stuff that we've read, it's not as motivating, and it's not as, like, I don't know. Like, you know, some books kind of, like, kick you in the ass a little bit. Yeah, this one kind of just like is very fact-based evidence. Yeah, it just lays out a lot of scientific shit and studies, and I like that it goes into detail into some of the studies that they did on like patients with like traumatic brain injuries and stuff like that. Yeah, and that dude did like lost his memory, and then like he would just show back there. He'd like we'd go on a walk, and he like couldn't remember anything, but he'd always in the back of his house when we like go. He's like, I don't know, just this is where how I get back to my house. I think this is my house. So that's insane, right? That's insane. And like all these little triggers is what like points his brain back to home. Like he can take a walk by himself around the block, find his way back, but literally can't remember like his kids' names. Like from one second to another. Or what was that other person that like get up, cook bacon and eggs, read the newspaper, then go back to bed, get up and do it again like an hour later. I'm like, dude, that's me, but I'll eat the fucking bacon and eggs because I'm a fat ass. like you know full well you already ate breakfast. Yeah, I know. I'm doing it again.
You're like breakfast number 3. Let's go.
Yep. Send it.
All right. So yeah, it's a good book. I would say if someone's like got some really bad habits, I feel like I could point them to that book and it would be an eye opener. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and also, like for me, it's like when I want to do something and I'm having a hard time staying motivated. Like say, like I'll listen to things about that to keep me passionate of the thing. Like I'm really into running, so I'm gonna be watching YouTube videos about running. So it's like if you're like trying to change a habit and trying to be mindful of that, maybe that's a book that you could use to keep you in that go zone, as I call it. You know, like you know, like if I want to keep running, like that's what I'm really working on right now. So it's like I'm buying all the running shoes. I am fucking reading all the books. I'm watching videos on fucking proper cadence and stride and fucking, you know, like you like, you know, learn about the discipline. It's like if someone wants to be a good fighter, they're constantly watching like fights, right? Right. So it's like if you want to like be good, if you want to be in the mind space of changing your habit, maybe read that book, The Power of Habit. You know? Yeah.
Power of Habit. Yeah. So that was our long lost book of the month for December, and it was literally our long lost book because we like forgot all about it for half the month.
I don't know. I think both of us are like kind of thumbs down on like the readability, but it's but it's not. I'm not taking a shit on the book.
No, the content is solid.
The dude did his research, his homework. It's just a boring ass book.
Yeah. I actually, if you want, I could make a suggestion. I just downloaded this book. It seems to be pretty popular right now. So other people might be reading it as well. But I just downloaded it. I wasn't going to bring it to the podcast, but it'll probably fit in, man. Have you heard of this book, The Coddling of the American Mind?
No, but it sounds like I could read it.
Oh, yeah. It's all about like how, you know, over the past so many generations or whatever, we've, you know, more and more coddled children and brought them up to be softer human beings and not able to face adversity. I don't know. I feel like it'd be an interesting read, and it seems to be very popular in the culture right now. So maybe we check that one out for January.
Let's run it. I'm with that.
Okay. Cool.
The Coddling of the American Mind?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll download that.
And we'll come through with all the details of that, like the author and everything on the next episode.
Maybe we'll make one of them little digital flyers for the.
We can do that. But yeah, we'll definitely bring it up next episode. We're just kind of, dude, we're
resetting, man.
Yeah,
you know,
it's off the cuff.
Yeah, we're back, baby, and we're just doing the thing.
Yeah.
So we were trying to talk about some new year, new me. But not, you know, just some not resolutions, but what's the emphasis, the goals? What's Brett Scott gonna make happen for 2021?
Yeah. I think so. I made a post about this a long time ago. Actually, I made a YouTube video about this years ago. Back when I was still doing like fitness YouTube videos and motivational YouTube videos.
Hold on. There's something that needs to be that I feel like I skipped over that happened. Dude, you ran 1,000 fucking miles last year.
I did run 1,000 miles. Yes, I did.
I don't want. I'm sorry. I just don't want to pass over that before we got into something else. I don't want I'm already pushing to 2021, but we're letting some 2020 stuff slide under the bus.
Yeah,
you ran 1,000 fucking miles, bro.
I did. Yeah, it was a crazy goal, and I did it. I fucking did it, man. It was insanely gratifying. Actually, you know what? We'll circle back because I feel like we can talk about 2020 and what we did in 2020, and then go into what we want to do in 2021. You want to do it like that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, well, shit.
Okay. So what are we doing, like a year in review kind of thing right now?
Yeah. So if you want, go ahead and did you have any like legit written down goals or anything at the beginning of last year?
No, I did not, man. Like, you know, like I'm always just trying to be better, right? Like I was like, just trying to be strong, really. That was like the main thing that started, but COVID hit and it kind of like changed the kind of like forced me to be like super introspective and kind of change the way I did a lot of things. Yeah. And then now I'm on this whole new fucking shit. Like we started a podcast last year. Like, I did a lot of things, like, they were on bucket lists. Like, you know, like, I really got into hiking. I jumped out of a fucking airplane. I really got into getting tattooed. I mean, I already had tattoos, but, like, I'm really fucking tattooed now.
For sure.
Like, I jumped out of an airplane, like, the day after getting my back just fucking blasted with ink. I ran a marathon, which for people who know me, 2019, you would not be like, yeah, that guy's gonna run a marathon.
Right.
But 2020, 2021, I'm gonna, you know, shit's going down, baby.
You're a fucking winner now, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I went to the fucking squad at 405 on fucking January 1st.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm still paying for that shit. My legs hurt, bro. I ran we'll delve into that. But yeah, no. As much as I hate COVID, I gotta be grateful for the changes that it made. Like, you know, like we started this podcast, and then that kind of sent me into starting my own podcast, and kind of you know, gave me my own platform that I can utilize now to you know, speak my truths and thoughts. And you know, like we share ours here, but you know, I have my own little flavor, as do you.
Yeah, I think, dude. So it sounds like not only did you like, maybe you didn't set exact goals, but you did have some in mind. You just didn't realize this would be the year. You know what I mean? Like, you had some bucket list things, jumping out of an airplane, becoming more of a hiker, outdoorsman, and running a marathon, and then some that you figured out this year. Like, hey, I like podcasting. I'm gonna do some podcasts. So you had some like creative endeavors too. You just didn't have it written down beforehand. Yeah,
I like people that watch my story, like not a lot, I'll say like 3 or 4 different people have been like, man, you should make a fucking podcast. The way you talk is dope. You know, like you're motivating, you're driven, you know. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to make a podcast. But then it's like, it took me time linking up with you and doing your podcast to actualize that, you know, and make that a thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, now the Jesse Show's a thing. It's not super popular, but I don't give a fuck, you know. I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it.
It's you know, if it can help, you know, one fucking person to get through, or you know, you can just fucking you know, be a reflection of me when I'm gone, that you know, people can look back on when they miss me, then that's cool too, you know.
Yeah. Also, I think that there's something to be said about one of the big things I did when I made my goals for 2020. And that I had never done before, and I realized it's the way to do it, is to focus on output rather than outcome. Like, when you set a goal, don't be like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and get 10,000 subscribers this year.
Yeah.
Because, dude, you literally have no control over that. Like, what the market's going to do, what's going to be popular, what video is going to pop and what isn't, what's going to be viral.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's like, I have some of my episodes, 100 something. There's a video of me when I was fat, box squatting 405 that has like 2,500 views, right? Like that's like just the most obscure random thing that I had on my phone. I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. This is a legit deep squat. Like, I should post this to my channel, you know, just put it out there. You know, like, I think it got like that, and that video got like 3 fucking, like, not even hearts, just likes on my Facebook page, you know. So it's like, it's weird. Right. You know, like, you don't know what is gonna happen in the internet, you know.
Right, and you can get bogged down by that. I think a lot of people get bogged down by that, like, not seeing the success they want from something. And that's why, like, and I used to do that too. Like, I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, and I started getting serious in like 2018 about posting frequently and stuff. And I saw some growth, and so I was like, all right, I think I can get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that was my goal, right? But what I realized is, and I did not reach that goal. I felt like a couple hundred short, and I'm like, what the fuck? Think you're going good. I realized what I really should do is focus on the content that I put out and how much I put out. Like, rather than focusing on what other people do in response to my content, I got to focus on the work I put in. Like, and that brings me so much more gratification anyway, because then it's like something you actually did. Like, the way people receive what you do has nothing to do with you. Not really. I mean, especially in the world of the internet, like you never know what people are going to receive in a good way or bad way. So it's, I just feel like once I changed that up, I changed that mindset and said like, all right, in 2020, I'm going to set these goals and they're all going to be based on my output, and none of them will be based on outside forces. So nothing can affect my goal but me. And then when I did that, dude, not only did I reach the goals more easily, right? But I felt better about them because it didn't matter like what response I got. It was a gratification in just following through and doing it.
Right.
And what's crazy is a lot of the stuff I kind of wanted to happen happened as well. It's like, you know, I wasn't shooting for 1,000 subscribers this year on YouTube, but I got them. But I only got them because I made a goal to post a YouTube video every single day for 6 months.
Man, dude, you're a beast with the content, man.
Well, it's only because I changed the mindset. That's it. It's only because I said I'm gonna put out this much shit. I'm not gonna worry about how many likes, how many views, how many. I'm just gonna put it out and keep putting it out and keep putting it out. Like one of them is bound to hit, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something good that you did too. Is like COVID kind of forced you to focus on putting in work rather than getting to a certain number. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to bench this much or lift this much or whatever. It was about completing a certain amount of work.
And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this. I'm literally 20 pounds lighter, and like I benched 300 pounds the other day, which is like par with some of my max benches. I'm not a strong bencher, just for the record. I haven't squatted in a super long time, but I mean, you know, but I have availability to a gym, and now I also have a passion for running. So this year's gonna look a lot different than last year. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah. And it's like I squatting 400 pounds, and then like, yeah, man, like, you know, like now I have the whole arsenal at my, it forced me to go into a different route. Like, you know, like I turned into like Amir Queer for lack of better terms, you know, and then like, and I started testing my endurance instead of my, you know, my quick, you know, instead of my explosiveness, you know, like.
Well, it forced you to become like a hybrid, man. You're like a hybrid athlete now.
Yeah. Yeah. And this year's going to be fucking nasty. I'm ready, man.
Okay, let me share some with you. A buddy of mine, which I'm still hoping to get on my podcast. I told you about him though. His name's Mark, and he creates these dope ass fucking metalworks, right? Precision metalwork. And
we talked about that. You showed me some of his videos there. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, so he was just some guy who he grew up. His dad owned a machine shop, a welding shop, and he like, you know, did that for a living. He always had other passions. Like he's a lead singer of a band. He plays guitar. He writes music. Like he's all into that shit. He's very creative, and he's fucking hilarious. But you know, his job was always being a welder. And he had a passion for it, and he's really good at it. And he decided like a year and a half ago, maybe in 2019, he decided he's like, I'm gonna invest in this precision laser guided precision welding machine, right? And so he buys it, and then he just starts creating these fucking works of art, dude. And he starts his own small business on top of the fact that he's already a welder and does machine work all the time. Like he's like, I'm gonna start this little side hustle, and now it's like a thriving fucking business. And so here's Mark. This is Mark's post on December 31st. 2020 has been my best year yet. The work has flowed in, and hopefully it keeps flowing. Hard work and dedication. The sky isn't the limit. Now, I was like, dude, I love it because not only is it just like the kind of shit I would say anyway, you know, and that I feel that hard work and dedication, you know, shit, you can get anywhere with it. But it's the fact that in 2020, when so many people are bitching and complaining, and some people with a very good reason to be bitching and complaining, a lot of bad shit happened. People are getting sick. People have died. It's been a really rough year for a lot of people, right? And but even in that, and he recognizes that. But even in that, he's not afraid to share his success in this horrible fucking year, right? So,
well, yeah,
I resonated with it, and then I left him this comment. I said, same. I've been more creative, productive, healthy, and accomplished more personal goals in 2020 than in any year before. I've improved my mental health and overall outlook on life.
Yeah.
I feel a little bad saying it because so many people are really struggling and hurting. But I think it's important for people to see folks thriving and improving right now. There's hope, and we're showing people rather than just telling them it's all going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he said, too many people focus on the negative and don't see the good. If I worried about the bad stuff, 2020 would have been a horrible year. And if my job ended, I would not sit around and complain. I'd find something new, find something more. One door closes, another is open, if you look.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I just felt like, I just felt.
That's enjoyable.
Yeah, I feel like he just hit that shit. Like, I was feeling it, and I felt kind of bad about, you know what I mean, about like announcing it. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, it's been my best year ever, while other people are having a hard time. But
yeah,
at the same time, I feel like people need to hear that, because if no one's saying that, why wouldn't you be in fucking despair?
Well, it's like a lot of my job entails me helping people in crisis. Mm-hmm. So it's like 2020 better be my fucking year at work. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
the fucking pandemic. I'm a fucking community health worker. Like, I better be getting that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, this is my time to shine, boy. I need to, like, you know, I connect people with resources that are going to benefit them and keep them, you know, stable and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and I'm more focused and driven than the day I walked in the door right now. And it's like, you know, and then this kind of work that I do, it's easy to get burned out and apathetic to people in crisis, because you see it every day, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm more driven than ever. You know, there's times where it's like, man, I just can't with this person. They're just so much. And it's, you know, like, you know, you get worn out with it, but it's like, man, I have to kill it. Like, I'm like, it's not like, if you're, I don't know, if you're mowing somebody's lawn for a living and you miss a piece of their grass and you'll be back next week. It's like, no, it's like, you have to kill it every time, man.
Yeah.
Like, this person's their fucking lifeline, man. You know, like, and it's not, you're not responsible for the outcome, but you are responsible for the output. You know, like,
yeah.
You have to provide the resources, or at least, you know, at least try, you know, like, do your fucking best, man. You know, so it's like, and I feel like if you're not going to do the job, anything, like, you know, I take my job serious because I'm passionate about it, because, you know, it involves people. It's human services. It's serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But any fucking thing you do, you should have that same passion and vigor for.
Yeah.
You know, like, I hate to say this, and I'm so fucking douchey, but I woke up on 2021 on day one, and I was like, woke up happy as fuck. I was like, dude, it's fucking, you know, we're on a new fucking chapter. Like, there's still fucking COVID. All the same bullshit applies. You still got to wear a mask. You can't eat in the restaurants, you know, like, all, you know, it's still fucking the same shit, but it seems like, you know what, man? Okay, it's like here's the milestone where I take control. I'm in charge of it now. You know, I've been in, like, I said this to myself a few months ago. It's like, I'm not going to be resigned to living in some kind of fucking misery.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, there's way, way worse things that could be going on in the planet right now.
Yeah.
You know, this sucks, but it ain't that fucking bad.
Yeah.
You know, people are dying, but people fucking die every day. And I hate to say that, but people die every fucking day from other shit. And this fucking sucks that there's a new thing killing a lot of people. And I'm, you know, and I don't mean to detract from anybody's sorrow that is experiencing this. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like COVID's not real or it doesn't matter or nobody's affected by it. And people are losing their asses financially. I get all that.
Yeah.
But I refuse to live in a fucking, you know, like, I get to choose how much it fucking hurts, because I'm the one that's going to be experiencing that pain, right? So it's like, like I'm missing out on things too, just like everybody else. But it's like we're so fucking pampered and spoiled. It's like at least we're comparatively, like, man, I used to feel like I've experienced a lot of trauma in my life, so it's like it's like, okay, this does suck. This is fucking horrendous, but it's been worse. And it could be a lot worse. So let's chin up. Let's keep fucking moving forward, man. We gotta,
there's something to be said for that. For experiencing tough shit and having something to compare it to, kind of like David Goggins' cookie jar, right? But I think what I really want people to hear, I think, is that don't be ashamed to be fucking proud of doing well, like right now. I understand it's like you almost feel like you don't want to brag or whatever when other people are having a hard time. But to be honest, like, the amount of people you're going to inspire compared to the amount of people you're going to hurt.
Exactly.
It's like you're going to inspire way more, I believe, than you're going to hurt. Like, you're not going to actually hurt people by sharing that, hey, I'm doing well, even in this crisis time, I'm thriving. I think that's more important for people to see than for you to tiptoe around and just pretend like your life sucks, just as much as everyone else's. Like, you know what I mean?
You want to be a crab in the bucket, or you want to be a fucking ladder out,
right?
And it's like, and like for me, I try to be a genuinely nice and good person. Like, to people I don't know, I try to be nice. I say thank you. I tip. I give homeless people money. All the things that I think are just random acts of kindness. I try to be pleasant in public. I try to just give off a nice vibe to people, and I try to be kind to people that I interact with on a regular basis as well. Whether that's coworkers or just whoever. Just guy I see at the store every day. Try to be nice and kind and jovial with people in general, just because it's like, man, like, the world needs people that are nice, be one.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, don't be afraid to be in a good fucking mood. Don't be afraid to be feeling good and motivated. Like I said, I think it's more important that people see that than for you to be sitting around like empathizing, and not to say you shouldn't empathize, but just don't hold back, man. If you're doing well, share that with the world. I think, especially right now, more than any other time. Because it gives people hope that, like, oh, there's other ways to navigate. Like, say someone lost their job and they're having a terrible time and they've never done anything different than the job they did for 20 years or whatever, and now they can't work. And then, to them, they're like, well, what do I do? This is who I am, and now I can't do it. And then they see someone pivoting, making adjustments, and thriving. Like, that's more important than, sparing people's feelings by not speaking up. Like, you need to fucking share that you're that you're succeeding, because other people need to see that. Sometimes people need to see that in order to be motivated to succeed themselves. So, all right.
Well, yeah.
we can pivot a little bit. I guess I've got my list of 2020 goals that I had, so I'll just go through them real quick. We went through. Kind of, you didn't have really a list, but you did accomplish a bunch of shit that you didn't even know you wanted to accomplish, before the year started. So my list was like this. Okay, this is, and I even dated it. I said I wrote this list in October of 2019. So obviously when I wrote the list, there was no COVID-19.
Yeah.
So, all right. First goal, log 500 miles of running. And we already talked about that. So what happened with that is I hit 500 miles in late June, and I was like, fuck it. I mean, we're halfway through the year and I'm already to the goal. Let's push it to 1,000. And yeah, it was fucking tough toward the end. I had over 100 miles to run in December, and I knocked that shit out. So what started off as a goal of 500 miles became 1,000, but that just speaks to the fact that I was saying before of like, setting output-based goals. Like, my goal was to put in 500 miles, not to run a certain race, not to, Like, not to do something I couldn't control. Thank God, because there was no races in 2020.
Yeah.
Right. And actually, I'll have to backtrack in a minute because I do got some races on this list. But anyway, so another goal that I had was to complete. I had this book of writing prompts, and it was just to help me become a better writer. And it was just like they give you like one page to go into whatever subject that they say. It's random thing, right? And I figured it'd be good for me. I did not complete that goal. That one I fucking failed on quick. I did like 10 pages of it. It was 400 pages. I did 10. Oh. So yeah, fail on that.
Oh, that'd be like more than one a day. That'd be like quite a bit.
Yeah. It was supposed to be. Yeah, it was going to be more than one day. And I think I did like 3 days, and I did a couple on each day. I was like, oh, I'll knock this out. No, I didn't. And that just, I think the goal was too big. I said I'm gonna complete this whole book. I should have said I'm gonna do a certain amount, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had another goal was to, and this is gonna speak to the pivoting, just like you did. Like you wanted to lift heavy things, and 2020 did not permit that, so you ended up running. So I wanted to upload 25 Ambassadors of Quan podcast, and that is my podcast with my friend Justin that we had just started at the time. So I was like, all right, I want to get 25, and that's one about every 2 weeks. I think I can make that happen. Well, some shit happened. COVID happened. Shit got crazy. My friend's job got all wacky, and we ended up not recording. And he just couldn't record, or didn't have motivation to record, or what have you. Yeah. And we ended up doing it. We did like 4 episodes in 2020. But shit happens. And that's another thing that speaks to the fact that, like, I base that on not just my output, but someone else's as well. And that's not really fair to, include someone else in my goal. So,
right.
All right. But here's one that you're going to like. Next on my list, start the Long Lost Brothers podcast. Hey, fucking did that one. We did that, motherfucker.
We've been recording the fuck out of the podcast.
Hell yeah, dude. And that's what I'm saying. It almost makes up for the fact that I didn't do the other podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't know your other friend, but hey, you got me out the deal.
Yeah, dude. I never, so I never even expected that. Like, but it's something about writing down your goals, because you and I completed basically exactly 25.
Yeah, well, we started in. We haven't missed it. With the exception of our little holiday vacation, we had not missed a week.
Right, first week of July we started, and we've uploaded every single week, and so we did 25 plus podcasts. So
and then we added our little one, our little challenges.
Right.
Like,
so
we're expanding.
So I did. End up completing 25 podcasts with a partner, right? It just wasn't the one I expected, but I think there's something about the power of writing shit down, man. It was like, it still ended up coming to fruition just through a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So start Long Lost Brothers podcast, complete. Next goal was upload 60 YouTube videos. Do you know how many YouTube videos I ended up doing?
God. Yeah. Fucking like 4,000. I don't know.
Yeah. 100.
Dude, I'm on the notification gang every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, Brett is a fucking podcast making motherfucker.
Well, what's funny is when I set 60, that's not even that. That's one a week basically.
And something that you did in 2020 that I like is you change the title to the Daily BS. Fucking the cleverness of that. Oh my god.
I think that definitely contributed to.
I really. Fucking hats off, bro.
Well, thank you. I think it really contributed to the subscribers too, because even though I didn't set the 1,000 subscriber goal for 2020, I ended up reaching it, and I think I ended up reaching it because I uploaded 160 fucking YouTube videos back to back. So all right. So also on the list, I had complete an official 5K race. Couldn't do that. COVID fucked that. Complete an official 10K race. COVID fucked that. So I didn't do that. Next goal was maintain 160 pounds body weight or less for the entire year. And I fucking did it, bro. I stayed under 160 pounds. Sometimes just barely. It was 158, 159.
Man.
But it was something I haven't done. I don't remember the last time, like for an entire year that I did that. And the reason I set that goal is because I know once I creep over 160, if it's not because I'm lifting constantly and eating healthy, I feel like shit. I start feeling just not very good. A little pudgy around the center. I just feel a little like lethargic. I don't know, but the 160s, it's still healthy for me. I feel pretty good walking around, but just under 160, 155, 158. I feel fucking fantastic. Like no back problems, no joint problems. Like I feel good. So that was my goal, and I actually fucking did it this year. I was pretty proud of myself. So. And then my final goal, and the one that I'm most upset that I didn't complete, like fuck all this other shit, right? That COVID fucked, okay? But this one I feel like was necessary, and I failed it. And I don't know if I failed it so much as COVID fucking fucked it for me. But I put on here 25 dates with my wife. And I wanted to go on 25 dates without any kids. So that would mean taking them to a sitter or taking them to, family member's house to spend a few hours. And that shit just wasn't happening during COVID. It's like,
it's hard, man.
Yeah. It was working. It was crazy. So the beginning of the year started off strong. We were going on a date every week. Every week. Dope. Yeah, we were going while the kids were at school, right? So like, this is perfect. Kids go to school. Yeah, our daughter had just started school. And for the first 6 years of her life, we had her every single day. And so finally she started kindergarten. So we're like, we got some free time, and we started going to a movie and out to lunch every week. And sometimes even we would schedule our relationship counseling around that too. So we go to counseling, and then we go out to eat, something like that. But we were doing these day dates, and we probably got like 5 or 6 of them in. And it was great, man. It was so good. It felt so good because after years of not being able to have alone time together, it felt great. And then COVID fucking fucked that up.
Yeah, COVID's mama is a hoe.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Fuck COVID.
COVID, your mother's a hoe.
So as much as I did thrive throughout COVID, there are some things that definitely took a toll on. Not that I don't feel like my relationship with my wife got worse over COVID, but I do feel like we missed out on some great opportunities to spend some time together, and that really sucks.
Yeah.
So that one I did not accomplish, but I don't know. I was pretty satisfied overall with the shit that I accomplished in 2020. And I hope to, some of the things on there that I couldn't accomplish, I hope to be able to do it in 2021, like the dates with my wife and maybe an official race or two. But for the rest of the stuff, yeah, man, I feel really good about putting in work, about, not putting my goals in other people's hands, but making it about the work that I can do. And I did a lot of fucking work in 2020, so I feel good.
Yeah. Man, what's funny is not funny, but I like our podcast has evolved so much. Remember, be like, well, what are we going to talk about this week?
Yeah.
It used to be like, let's talk about motivation. Let's talk about, now we're just like fucking. It's like we don't have to talk about it. We're just like, it's just really weird now.
Yeah, we just bullshit and we sprinkle in some self improvement. Like,
yeah,
I like it.
Well, it's like, I mean, if you found this show, you're either my friend, or Brett's friend, or you looked for motivation or something on, you searched that kind of shit in your YouTube stream or your Spotify stream knows, like, you know what I mean? Like, what our podcast is that related to that genre, right? Right. Like
self-improvement, like,
yeah. So, and, I hope that, our listeners, we have, I think we have 2 in UK, is that right? Like, I don't know. Probably. Anyway, I've seen my little YouTube breakdown. I was like, that's some global, little minor global outreach. And it's like, I hope people that are, I hope that our listeners are like following along, growing with us as we grow. Because I feel like just doing this podcast over these last 6 months has pushed me. Like we pushed each other's limits a lot. And held like even the things that we failed at, the challenges. It's like, it's all right, baby boy. Like, we've explored so much over these last 6 months. It's like, man, like,
Well, just the exercise and discipline and consistency alone has been fucking great for me. Like being consistent about recording every week, like having the discipline to do it. I don't always feel like it when we first, start out. It's like, but once we get going, we fucking do it, bro. It's like, it's fun. It's like you forget how fun it is. Sometimes you're like, oh man, I don't know if we got time to squeeze this in tonight, or I don't really feel it.
Yeah, I was pumped to do it. Like when I was seeing it, I was like, yeah, it's on. Oh, that long lost is coming back tonight.
Yeah. No, we took that little break, and it was the first break we've taken. And it's like, man, I'm fired up now. Look, we're already 45 minutes into this bitch. Like, it's like, so, and we haven't even gotten to everything. So, shit. It's just fun, man. I love it. I love it. I love that it has evolved. This is actually what I kind of pictured when I first thought of us having a podcast together, is it would just be us bullshitting about the shit that we love, and then also sharing some motivational shit in between, you know what I mean?
Yeah, as our friendship kind of is in general anyway.
Yeah. That's what I wanted, for it to reflect how our relationship actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does that, especially now. I think it's evolved into, like, this is how we usually talk most of the time. Like, just interacting throughout the day, this is how we talk.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're hold on. Just so I'm trying to steer the bus back into the lane. Did you finish your list of goals? Okay, so I want you to tell me now, what you got cooking for 2021?
2021. I might be overreaching a little bit. Okay.
Okay. All right. I seen you post something somewhere, so I think I have a little heads up, but enlighten me and enlighten our listeners.
I've added a couple, I think, from what you saw. But okay.
Really?
So, yeah.
Awesome, my friend.
It might be a little might be a little much.
Shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
Yeah, look, dude, I thought that 500 miles was going to be really difficult to achieve. So,
gallon hands, right?
Yeah, we're gallon hands. All right, so here's my goals for 2021. I want to put out at least 250 videos and or podcasts. I think I can do that. I put out 160 solo YouTube videos last year. Well over like 130, 140 podcasts. So I feel like that's definitely achievable. And I didn't even get going really strong till halfway through the year. So 250, it's a couple a week. A few.
Yeah, I mean, like me and you were probably on course to do like 100.